My video for February the 2nd, 2019 is video number 2983. And it asks a question: will Trump be able to drain the swamp? I was surprised when the word jural, as in Jural Assemblies, showed up as a misspelled word. So I looked it up online. What a surprise when I saw this, quote, "The Jural Assemblies are now being investigated as possible insurrection groups and or terrorist groups." Really? The real terrorists are the corporate criminals who tried to undermine the founding of the United States Republic from its origin and reached varied levels of success, especially after the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, who began issuing greenbacks in the Civil War era. I'm convinced that is why they killed him. By 1913, they had created the Federal Reserve, which, of course, was neither federal nor a reserve. It was a private club of international bankers who conspired then, as they still do, to create a one-world mind control system that subjects all of humanity to their malicious control. In our day, it's part of the evil empire operated by three city-states: Vatican, City of London, and District of Columbia. These are the seat of the so-called New World Order. Will we, the people, wake up? Will Trump be able to drain the swamp of these charlatans? This was the video that I had prepared a day ago, and then scratched it because I felt the need to make the video that's current now on February the 1st. So this is now the video for February the 2nd, and of course the number changed. But it's the video that I had prepared previously. Anyway, I was surprised, as I said in the blurb, that jural was misspelled. I mean, I know it's a word. I've used it lots of times, and that's why I looked it up, because it marked it as being misspelled. And I thought, no, it's not. And so I went to Anna von Reitz's webpage, annavonreitz.com, and actually read her article, or had it read to me on Avona Reader, about Jural Assemblies. And she's saying that we need to file the proper paperwork. And I know she's been pushing that for a long time. She's one of my friends on Facebook. And I was part of the Republic movement, as I've said in previous videos, to restore the Republic, which is not Republican, folks. Again, I keep having to emphasize that, because it has nothing to do with either Republican or Democratic Party. It has to do with the nature of governance. Anyway, I root for Donald Trump to drain the swamp. I want to see these people that have run roughshod over humanity for eons be brought to some form of cosmic justice, and justice on the planet itself, earthly justice, if you will. And I'd like to see this happen without violence. But look at the polarization that's taking place all over the planet right now. Look at France. I mean, I wish the American people would rise up as they're doing in France. But of course, the police have been brainwashed. The military has by far and large been brainwashed. And yet the claim is by the people that are pushing the idea that Trump is draining the swamp, they're saying that there are certain admirals and generals and people high up in the military that are working with Trump, as well as other people that have been insiders that have turned around, and they want to see the foundation of the United States restored, and they want to see the corruption taken out. Of course, the one thing that bothers me, and I watched a video yesterday about this, people are saying Israel is going to be part of the solution. Well, Israel has been part of the problem, as I see it. They are the ones that created a terrorist state and are killing Palestinians and subjecting Palestinians to what I see as immoral restrictions. They're stealing their land and lots of other things. I'd like to see the Ashkenazi leadership, and the Ashkenazis are people that converted to Judaism from the Pharisees. You've got to understand the history. The Pharisees went and converted these Ashkenazis, and most of the Jews in the world are Ashkenazi Jews, not Sephardic Jews. I think that's the right word, which means they come from the Middle East. No, they come from southwest Soviet Union era between the Caspian and Black Seas. That's Khazaria, and they converted to Judaism. Anyway, folks, I want to see real change in the world. I want to see the RV actually happen. I'd like to see the interim be put in place where monetary systems cannot any longer be fiat, but they have to be asset backed. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see the dinar and the dong and the zim and all of these other currencies become actual currencies that are valued worldwide, and that commerce can be conducted in currencies that are backed by assets. That would be a positive thing. I'm in favor of it completely. My problem has been Trump aligning with Israel, making Jerusalem the capital. That was praised by this person whose video I watched yesterday as being a very positive move. And it could be, I don't know. But will the terrorism against the Palestinians stop? Will the terrorism against Muslims stop? And there are people that are, quote, Jewish in name, that are actually part of the Islamic establishment. And they're pretenders, they're actors. Are we going to see through this sham and this scam that has been perpetrated on humanity for eons? Are we going to see God side with somebody like Trump and use Trump as an instrument to bring positive change to the world, to right some of the serious wrongs that are obvious to anybody that looks at alternative news? Now, of course, alternative news is mixed, but you can't get any positive news from CNN or ABC or NBC or MSNBC or any of these other mainstream media conglomerates. They are all controlled by the dark agenda. And that needs to be corrected. There needs to be a corrective, and God needs to take responsibility. Will Trump be part of that? Is Trump part of that? I hope so. Do I know it? No. I adopt a wait and see attitude. How does it play out? Will extraterrestrials or angels, whatever, help keep things in order and keep things from escalating into a massive global war? I hope so, but I don't know. Pray for peace and work toward love. Thank you. Namaste.